Hey lovely yoga friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new around here, then I'm very happy to have you. If you are one of those fabulous people who is here all the time, then I'm very happy to have you back. This is going to be a super fun, super playful, challenging, funky, creative, sweaty Vinyasa flow. All the things that we love, taking on some new challenges, some tricky transitions, and laughing at ourselves when we fall out of it. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, I would be very grateful if you could take a second to do so. If you make it to the end of this class and you really enjoyed it, then please do take a second to give it a big thumbs up so that I know you liked it, and comment with anything you thought, any feedback, any requests, any suggestions. I would love to hear your comments. Finally, come say hi on Instagram and check out my Patreon if you would like to support me. That is all the chatter from me. Make your way onto your mat, grab yourself any water, any props that you think you might need. We will begin today in a Baddha Konasana shape, but a long Baddha Konasana, so a really good gap between the heels and the groin, bringing the soles of the feet together, letting the knees drop out to the sides. You can bring the hands onto the shins here. I find that helps me to create a little bit more lift and space across the chest. Check in with your posture here, stacking the head over the heart, over the hips. Maybe wiggling around to ground down through both sit bones. Finding space between the ears and the shoulders. Bringing your awareness to the room that you are in right now. Even with the eyes closed, just become aware of your surroundings. So maybe noticing any sounds in the room, noticing the quality of the air, the temperature of the air, the feeling of the air meeting your skin, maybe some smells in the room, the energy of the room. Now start to bring the sphere of your awareness a little bit further in, just so it centers on the body. Bringing the awareness to your body, noticing the places where your body makes contact with the surface beneath you, feeling that support, feeling that stable, solid foundation, providing support so that you can relax and soften. Noticing any areas of tension that you might be clinging onto. Can you just soften and release and let go? Any injuries that you might be working with that need a little bit of extra care and attention from you today. Finally, drawing the attention even further in so it centers on your breath. Wherever you notice the breath most clearly, that might be at the nose, the throat, the chest, the belly. Wherever you can connect to your breath the most clearly and strongly, just guide the attention there and let it follow the breath for a few moments. Starting to gently lengthen each inhale and each exhale. You might inhale to the count of 5 and exhale to the count of 5. And your count of 5. So I'm not going to count out loud as we all have different paces here. So just work to a count of 5 that works for you. One more full cycle of breath here. And as you're ready, blinking the eyes open if you had them closed, bring the hands out behind you, fingertips pointing towards the back of the mat. Start to windshield wipe the legs from one side to the other, keeping the feet together-ish. They might separate slightly, so you can lift the hips up as you roll from one side to the other, finding a little bit of mobility here. Now come back through centre, separate the knees once again. This time keep the left knee where it is, drop the right knee to meet the left, come back through centre, take the left knee over to meet the right, back through centre, right over to the left, back through centre, left to the right, back through centre. One more each way, right to left to right. And then come back through centre, bring the hands back onto the front of the shins. As you breathe in, pull the heart through, open through the chest. As you breathe out, round through the spine, rocking back on your sit bones, breathing into the back body. With every inhale, open the heart, draw the shoulders back. With every exhale, round everything in, chin into the chest. Big breath in to open. Big breath out to round. One more time, fill those lungs and empty the lungs, round everything back. Now come back to neutral, extend the left leg out long, plant the sole of the right foot next to the left knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up, exhale, twist to the left, bringing the right hand to the outside of the left calf, bringing the left fingertips out behind, lifting through the chest here. Now start to wrap that right arm around the front of the right leg, bring the left hand to meet it behind you, coming into a bind. You might shimmy that foot a little bit closer in towards you to help you reach. Just starting things off nice and slowly, getting ourselves ready for all of the movement that is about to come. Now with the bind around that right leg, lift the foot off the earth and then deliver the right foot to the outside of the left knee. Unwind from the bind, sweep the arms up as you breathe in and twist to the right this time as you breathe out, bringing the left elbow to the outside of the right knee, right fingertips out behind. With every inhale, can you lengthen? And with every exhale, can you take the twist a bit deeper? Now, option to take a bind underneath that right leg, threading the left arm underneath the right knee, right fingertips meeting the left. Using the grip to help you spiral the chest even more into the twist. Unwind, come back through centre, bring the right heel to the outside of the left hip, stack the right knee on top of the left, coming into half cow face pose. Bring the right arm up and over, elbow points up towards the sky, left elbow points down towards the earth, and then clasp the hands together behind the back. They might reach, they might not reach, just see where you land. Can you think about pulling the right elbow up to the sky and drawing the left elbow down towards the earth? Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lean over to the left, coming into a little side stretch. And then come back through centre. Maybe stay here, maybe start to fold down over the legs. Working the torso down towards the thighs. Keeping that left foot nice and active, pointing the toes up towards the sky. And then draw your next breath in as you draw back upright. Release the hands, bring the right hand straight out in front of you, palm facing up to the sky, then bring the left hand onto the right fingertips. Start to press the right wrist towards the front of the room, draw the fingertips back, stretching through the wrist. Maybe play around with bending and straightening that right elbow. Release from that and then just press one fingertip back at a time, and the thumb as well, back towards the right forearm. And then give that hand a little shimmy shake out. Uncross the legs and lift the legs off the mat, coming into boat pose. Shins can be parallel to the floor, legs can be straight. Reach the arms straight out in front of you. Space between the ears and the shoulders. Now tap the right toes down to the mat, lift them back up. Tap the left toes back down, back up. Right, left, right, left, right, left for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to boat pose, hold for an extra moment, breathe, and then release the legs straight back down in front of you. Give them a little shimmy shake out and then take it straight to the other side, planting the sole of the left foot next to the right knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, twist to the right, bringing the left hand to the outside of the right shin, right fingertips out behind. Roll the shoulders away from the ears, draw the shoulder blades together. And then maybe find the bind, wrapping the left arm around the front of the left shin, right hand comes behind the body and the fingertips clasp. Press the back of the right leg into the earth, keeping that leg nice and active. And then maybe using the bind, maybe not, start to lift the left foot off the mat, deliver it to the outside of the right foot, of the right knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, twist to the left. Ardha Matsyendrasana, hook the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Maybe take the bind under the leg if you did on the other side. And then unwind the torso back to center, bring the left heel to the outside of the right hip, left knee stacks on top of right, right foot is nice and active, left elbow to the sky, right elbow to the earth, clasp the fingers, cow face pose. Draw the left elbow up, draw the right elbow down, open through the chest, broaden through the collarbones. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, take a little side stretch over to the right hand side, just a little one, you won't get very far. And then come back through center, maybe start to fold the torso down over the legs, melting the heart down towards the thighs. Big breath in, come back up and release the clasp of the hands. Extend the left hand up towards the sky, palm facing up. Bring the right hand onto the left fingertips. Start to press that hand towards the front of the mat. Maybe play around with bending and straightening the elbow here. And stretch through each fingertip, pressing the thumb and then each finger back towards the forearm. And then just give that hand a little shimmy, a little wiggle. Release the legs once again, come back into your boat pose. Legs can be straight or maybe legs can be bent. Just see what works for you. Inhale. Exhale. Now everyone start to bend the knees in towards the chest so that you can reach the two peace fingers and thumbs around the big toes and then start to straighten the legs up towards the sky. Notice if you're rocking back onto your lower back like this, can you keep the weight into the sit bones? Inhale here, exhale, start to rock yourself back, delivering the feet behind you, and then can you use the momentum to get yourself back up? You might have to shuffle forward like me so that you don't crash into the wall behind you, and keep it going, rocking yourself back, building the momentum to get yourself back up. Keep going for a few times. Can you keep the legs straight? Catching the balance when you come back up. Let's go for one more. This time, rock yourself up, plant the soles of the feet on the earth, release the grip on the toes, come into forward fold at the top of the mat. Bending the knees as much as feels good, maybe have a little wiggle from side to side, maybe bend and straighten one leg at a time. Find a little bit of free movement here. Now bring the hands to interlace around the back of the neck. Start to draw the chin in towards the chest, tractioning the upper body down towards the earth, pointing the tailbone up towards the sky. Release the grip on the back of the head. Bring the hands to interlace behind the lower back. Let the torso melt down over the legs. Let the fist drop up and overhead down towards the earth. Bend into the left knee, straighten the right leg, dip the left shoulder in towards the left knee. And then come back through centre. Dip the right shoulder towards the right knee, bend that knee deeply, straighten the left knee. And then come back through centre. Release the hands down towards the earth. Press them into the shins. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. This time, inhale, flat back. Hold here for an extra moment. Reach the arms straight out in front of you like you're holding a big beach ball overhead. Spreading through the fingertips here. Draw the elbows in towards the ribs. Cactus. Inhale to extend. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze everything in. One more time. Big breath in. Big breath out to squeeze. Now inhale, reach the arms straight out in front of you. And then exhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach the arms all the way up overhead. One more big breath in. Reach up. Big breath out. Send the right arm forward, left arm back, coming into a twist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take it over to the other side. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, twist. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist to the other side. One more each side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist. Now this time start to slide the back hand down the back of the leg. Reach the top arm up and over towards the back of the mat, coming into a twisty, heart opening, back bend, side stretch situation. Inhale, unwind, sweep both arms up. Exhale, twist to the other slide. Slide the back hand down the back of the leg. Top arm reaches up and over. And then come back through centre. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold down over the legs. Inhale, flat back, but reach the hands towards the front of the room. Exhale, fold. Step the right foot and then the left foot back into your plank. Come up onto the right fingertips. Come up onto the left fingertips. Right hand down, left hand down. Up onto the left, up onto the right. Left hand down, right hand down. Up right, up left, down right, down left. Up left, up right, down left, down right. Lift the right toes to hover. Hold here, place them back down. Lift the left toes to hover. Hold here, place them back down. Come up onto the right fingertips. Lift the left foot to hover. Reach the right arm towards the front of the mat. Come back down. Come up onto the left fingertips. Lift the right leg to hover. Reach the left arm forwards. And place everything back down. Lower halfway or all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Have a little wiggle here in your downward dog. Maybe bending and straightening one leg at a time. Maybe moving the hips from side to side. Maybe moving the head, the neck, the shoulders. Anything that feels good for you. Now step the feet so they're even wider than the mat. So the feet come off the mat. Start to lower the chest back towards the thighs and then find a bit of a bounce through the chest. Really opening through the chest and the shoulders. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then come up onto the tiptoes, bend the knees deeply and then take a big step forward, landing in a malasana at the top of the mat. Bring the hands together at heart center, press the elbows into the knees, knees into the elbows, have a little wiggle from side to side. Breathe. Feel the tailbone lengthening towards the earth. Feel the crown of the head lengthening up towards the sky. Remove the elbows from the knees, so the elbows draw together at heart center. Start to tap the right knee over towards the left heel. Come back through center. Tap the left knee over towards the right. Come back through center. Right to left. back through centre, left to right, back through centre. Bring the hands onto the earth, ground down through the right foot. Take a big step back with the left foot coming into lizard, but keeping the back knee lifted. Start to rock the weight forwards and backwards, using that left foot to propel yourself forwards and back. As you breathe in, open through the chest, lower the back knee to hover off the earth. As you breathe out, press the floor away, straighten both legs, working the left heel in the direction of the earth, rounding through the spine. With every inhale, drop the hips down, open through the chest. With every exhale, round through the spine. 2 more times. Big breath in to open. Big breath out to round. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come back to your lizard. Bring the 2 peace fingers and the thumb to interlace around the right big toe. Spin onto the outside edge of the left foot. Carry the right foot with you into a side plank with the grip on that foot. Inhale. Exhale. Now can you release the grip on the foot but keep it just as lifted? Reach the right arm towards the front of the room. Inhale. Exhale, bend the right knee, tap the right elbow in towards the right knee. Inhale, extend everything out. Exhale, tap everything in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. 2 more times. Big breath in. Big breath out. Last one, inhale. Exhale, squeeze everything in. Now inhale to extend and then drop the right toes off the left side of the mat. Press the floor away with the left hand, coming into wild thing. Bring the right hand into a fist. Start to take some circles with that wrist going in one direction. And then switch direction. Start to make some big circles with the right arm going in one direction. And then switch direction. Reach that arm back towards the top of the mat. Start to hover the right toes off the mat. Draw the right knee up and in towards the chest. And then maybe keeping the right hand lifted, take a big step back towards the top of the mat, landing back in your lizard pose. Place the right hand back down to help you reset your foundations. Inhale. Exhale. Back knee is lifted off the earth, ground down through the feet, come up onto the fingertips and then start to shimmy the right shoulder underneath the right knee. Maybe start to reach both arms out wide into a T shape. Maybe take a bind around the back body, wrapping the right hand behind the back, bringing the left hand to meet it. This is called snail pose. Keeping that right knee nice and bent, gazing down right beneath the eyes. Now start to spin yourself into Skandasana, bending into the right leg, pointing the left toes up towards the sky. Still with the bind underneath the body. Now maybe keeping the bind, can you travel over to Skandasana on the left side? Can you take it back over to the right? Whoop, maybe falling, maybe laughing at yourself. Back over to the left. Now this time take it back over to the right, but come into a bound triangle. So pointing the right toes forwards, pointing the left toes out at a 45-degree angle, straightening both legs. Finding length through both sides of the waist here. Finding space between the ears and the shoulders. Breathing. Now get really heavy through that right leg, re-bend into the right knee and then step the left foot forward to meet the right, still with the bind on the right leg. Start to come up to standing, bringing the right leg with you. Maybe start to straighten that leg up towards the sky. Coming into bird of paradise. Bending the right knee as much as you would like to. Maybe make some circles with that right ankle going in one direction. And then the other direction, maybe falling like I am. Whoop. Now, still with the bind on that right leg, can you deliver the sole of the right foot to the left inner thigh? And then release the bind, sweep the arms up to the sky, coming into tree pose. Sole of the right foot can be on the inner thigh or on the calf, just trying to avoid that left knee. Press the right foot into the left leg and then press the left leg back against the right foot. Both legs are nice and active here. Any arm variation is welcome. Arms up, arms down, hands at heart center, hands behind. Now start to lower the torso down over the legs, rebinding around the right leg, but binding around the front of the right shin this time, clasping the hands behind the back. Start to lift the right knee up in towards the right armpit, straightening the left leg, pointing the right toes down towards the earth. Now slowly start to bend into the left knee, delivering the sole of the right foot down to the earth, landing in a bound malasana. Open the chest to the left hand side, draw that left shoulder away from the ear. And then release the bind on the leg, bring the hands to heart center, have a little moment in your malasana. Maybe finding movement, maybe finding stillness, finding whatever feels good. Bring the hands to interlace if they're not already. Start to make some movement with the wrists here, wiggling them from side to side, going in one direction, then the other. And then press the palms away from you, press them up towards the sky. Take a little side stretch over to one side, and then over to the other side. And then come back through center. Release the hands down towards the earth, ground down through the left foot this time. Big step back with the right foot into lizard with the back knee lifted off the earth. Rocking forwards and backwards on that right heel. Breathing into the hips. As you inhale, lower the hips, hover the back knee off the earth, lift the chest. As you exhale, straighten both legs, press the floor away, round the spine. Inhale, find some opening, find some length. Exhale, stretching through the back side of the body. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, big breath in. And big breath out to round. Use your next inhale to come back to your lizard with the back knee lifted. Bring the peace fingers and thumb of the left hand around the left big toe. Spin onto the outside edge of the right foot. Bring the left foot with you into a one-legged side plank. Kicking the left toes up towards the sky. Micro bend that right elbow if you have a tendency to lock it out. Now can you release the grip on the foot and keep it lifted? Reach the left arm to the front of the room, fall out of it like I am. Inhale here. Exhale, elbow to knee for 5. Inhale for 4. Exhale. Inhale for 3. Exhale. Inhale for 2. Exhale. Last time, inhaling. Exhale, squeeze everything in. Now inhale to extend and then step the left foot off the right edge of the mat. Press the floor away with the right hand. Wild thing. Bring the left hand into a fist. Start to take some circles going in one direction. And then switch direction. Extend the arms, start to take some really big circles, mobilizing through the shoulder. Switch direction. Inhale, reach the arm forward. Now start to draw the left knee up and into the chest. Maybe keep the left hand lifted as you step the left foot back into your lizard. Plant the left hand back down, reset the foundations. Ground down through the feet, start to slide the left shoulder underneath the left knee. Extend both arms straight out to the sides, coming into a T shape. Maybe wrap them around the back of the body, coming into a bind. snail pose. I guess it does feel kind of like a snail with its big shell. So just imagining yourself like a little snail tootling along. And then spin yourself onto left side Skandasana. Right toes point up, left knee is bent, keeping the bind underneath the body. Travel over to Skandasana on the right leg, still with the bind. Take it back over to the left. Back to the right. This time launch yourself forward into a bound triangle. Left toes point forward. Outside edge of the right foot parallel with the outside edge of the mat, binding under the left leg. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. Exhale. Get really heavy through the left foot, find a little bend in the left knee as you step the right foot all the way to the top of the mat, and then bring the left leg with you as you come up to standing. Maybe start to straighten the leg, coming into bird of paradise. Maybe paint some little circles in the air with that left foot. Now, still with the bind on the leg, can you deliver the sole of the left foot to the right inner thigh? And then release the bind, sweep both arms all the way up overhead. Any arm variation for your tree pose on the second side. Now start to melt the heart down over the thighs, taking a bind this time around the front of the left shin. Come back up to standing, bringing the left leg with you, pointing the left toes down towards the sky. Down towards the sky, down towards the earth, I mean. Now start to bend into the right knee, delivering the sole of the left foot down to a bound Malasana. Using the bind to help you draw that right shoulder away from the right ear. And then unwind, come back through center once again. Press the hands together, press the elbows and the knees in towards one another. Interlace the fingers if they're not already. This time find the opposite interlace, the one that finds a bit weird. Take some circles in one direction and then the other direction. Press the palms forward, reach them up to the sky, take a side stretch over to one side. Come back through center, take it over to the other side. And then back through center. Release the hands, plant them on the earth, step one foot and then the other back to plank. Work through your version of a vinyasa. Lowering halfway or all the way down. Inhale to lift the chest, pause here in your heart opener. Gaze over the right shoulder back towards the right toes. Come back through center. Over the left shoulder back towards the left toes. Back through center, and then maybe roll over the tops of the feet as you make your way back to downward facing dog. Once again, settling in for a few deep breaths. Maybe sigh it out through the mouth, release a little bit of heat, a little bit of energy. On your next breath in, sweep the right toes up towards the sky, three-legged dog. On your next breath out, draw the knee in towards the nose. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, round everything in. One more time, big breath in, three-legged dog. Big breath out, knee to nose. Step the foot through between the hands. Spin the back heel down towards the earth. Rise up into your warrior two. Front knee over front ankle. Pressing into the outside edge of the back heel. Extend the arms out long. Gaze over the front fingertips. Now bring both hands into fist and bring the left fist to meet the right. Now imagine like you're pulling back on a bow and arrow. Can you generate some resistance with your own arms? Pulling the left arm back, pulling the right arm forward. Really, really squeeze. Find some energy. Feel some heat in the arms here. Inhale, reach it forwards. Exhale, slowly pull it back. 3 more. Inhale. exhale. Inhale for 2. Exhale, pull that bow and arrow. Last time, big breath in. Keep the knee nice and bent, exhale. Now inhale, find the reverse warrior. Exhale, straighten the front leg, reach both arms towards the front of the mat, coming into a core triangle. With every inhale, bend the front knee, sweep the right arm up and over, reverse warrior. With every exhale, straighten the leg, reach the arms forwards. 3 more, inhale, reverse. Exhale, core triangle. Inhale for 2. Exhale. Last time, inhale for 1. Exhale, core triangle, hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then take a big step onto the right foot. Keep the right hand hovering as you launch yourself into a hands-free half moon. Left arm reaching up, right arm hovering down towards the earth. Get nice and active through that left leg, flexing the toes back towards you. Breathing. Now start to bring the right hand onto the right ankle. Bring the left hand to meet the right, sweep the left toes up towards the sky, coming into a standing split on the right leg, hands wrapping around the ankle. Using the strength of that left leg to reach it up towards the sky. Now keeping the grip on that right ankle, start to sweep the left leg straight out in front, bend into the right leg, coming into a pistol squat. With the grip still on that right ankle, you might have to play around with the location of the arms. Left leg is hovering. Now still with the grip on the ankle, can you deliver the sole of the left foot to the earth, coming into Malasana? Still with the grip on that right ankle. Now ground down through the left foot. Keep the grip on the right leg as you extend it straight out in front, coming into a pistol squat on the other side. Holding that right leg, extending it to the front of the room. Maybe keep the grip on the leg as you come all the way up to standing. Whoop. Maybe use the hands to help and then bring them around the back of the leg once again. Now interlace the hands around the sole of that right foot. Start to straighten the leg up towards the sky, working the shin towards the face. Release the grip on the leg, reach the arms up to the sky, extend the left leg straight out in front, standing staff. Pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hinge at the hips, drop the right toes to the back of the mat, coming into a power lunge, reaching the fingertips to the front of the room, hinging the body forwards at a 45-degree angle. Option to stay here or to come onto the top of the right foot, little extra challenge. And then place the hands on the earth, frame the front leg, squeeze the left knee up and in towards the left armpit. Maybe hold here or maybe hook that left knee to the top of the left arm, tuck the elbows in towards the belly, fly the right leg off the earth, hurdler's pose. Maybe extend the left leg out straight. And then step yourself back into a chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. If the breath ran away from you during that little sequence, this is your time to go and reset, reconnect, go and chase after the breath. Use your next breath in, sweep the left leg up towards the sky, and your next breath out, draw the knee in towards the nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time, inhale, sweep it high. Exhale, draw the knee in, step the foot through between the hands, back heel spins onto the earth. Windmill your way up into your warrior two, second side. Imagine like you're trying to pull the mat in half using the feet. So right foot pushing the mat back, left foot pushing the mat forwards. Bring the hands into fists, bring the right fist to meet the left at the top of the mat, and then start to draw the right elbow back. Imagine like you're pulling a bow and arrow. Inhale, reach it forwards. Exhale, pull it back. 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Really engage the arms here. Really squeeze. Self-generated resistance. 2 more times. And then extend the arms out long. Inhale, find the reverse. Exhale, core triangle. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, triangle. 3 more. Big breath in, come back. Big breath out, reach forwards. Reverse for 2. Forwards for 2. Inhale for 1. Exhale for 1. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then step onto the left leg. Keep the left hand lifted as you come into Ardha Chandrasana on the second side. Left hand hovering off the earth. 1 long line from the crown of the head all the way to the right heel. Energy through the fingertips. Bring the left hand onto the left ankle. Bring the right hand to meet the left. Sweep the right leg up towards the sky, coming into standing split on the second side. Hands wrapping around the ankle here. Sweep that right leg high, high, high to the sky. Maybe falling like I am and laughing at yourself and coming back into it. Now keep the grip on the left leg as you sweep the right leg through. Coming into a pistol squat, keeping the grip on that left ankle, right foot is hovering. Now plant the sole of the right foot on the earth, still with the grip on the left leg, Malasana. Catch up with your breath. Ground down through the right foot, keep the grip on the left leg as you extend it straight out in front of you. Pistol squat on the other side. Maybe keep the grip on the leg as you come all the way up to standing. Whoop, fall out of it. Use the wall to help you if you're lucky enough to have a wall. Now bring the hands to interlace around the sole of the left foot. Start to draw the left knee towards the face. Breathe. Release the grip on the foot, extend the leg out in front, sweep the arms up to the sky, pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hinge the body forward, step the left foot back, coming into a power lunge on the other side. Imagine like you're holding a big beach ball between the hands. Maybe come onto the top of the left foot for a little extra challenge. Inhale. Exhale, hands meet the earth, tuck under the left toes if they're not already. Squeeze the right knee up and in towards the right armpit. Hold here. Or maybe hook the right knee on the back of the right arm, tuck the elbows in towards the belly. Ekapada Vinyasa. Straighten the right leg if you would like. And then work through a chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, hold here, gaze over one shoulder, come back through centre, gaze over the other shoulder, come back through centre, roll over the toes, back to your downward facing dog for 3 deep breaths. Drop down onto the knees, bring the knees wide, big toes to touch, sink the hips down towards the heels, have a few breaths in child's pose here. Just letting everything reset before we move through one last little bit of fire. Maybe with the face close to the mat, you can hear the breath more clearly. You might be able to feel it being reflected back towards you. Draw yourself back up as you draw your next breath in. Reach the hands towards the front of the mat. Press yourself back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, come up onto the toes. Bend the knees, press the chest back towards the thighs. Exhale, hop your way forward into a fold at the top of the mat. Now, plant the hands on the earth if they're not already. Option here to come for 3 rounds of crow pose. We'll all do regular crow first, so really working the knees up in towards the armpits, nestling them on the backs of the arms, shifting the weight forward, drawing the heels in towards the glutes, gazing down straight at the top of the mat. Just holding our crow here, so you don't know how long we're going to hold for, but holding and squeezing and breathing. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back down. Have a little moment to breathe. Maybe give the hands a little shiggle. I was going to say a shimmy and a wiggle, and then you got shiggle, so maybe that's a new word. Have a little shiggle. I might start using that. Now, like I said, the option now is to come back for another round of crow pose, or if you would like, you can join me in trying, and trying is the main word because I might not succeed, trying a one-legged crow pose. So, bring the right knee high up onto the back of the right arm, shift all the weight onto that arm, not connecting the left knee to the left arm, maybe start to lift. Maybe the left leg comes to hover. Maybe you extend it straight out behind. Maybe you fall. Wherever you are at, just have a play around. Like I said, regular crow is very much welcome. We'll all meet in a chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, 3-legged down dog with the right leg sweeping up towards the sky. Inhale here, exhale, flip over into wild thing. Inhale here, exhale, take a big step forward with the right foot into a revolved Skandasana. So coming onto the outside edges of both feet. Inhale, lift the hips, reach the right arm forwards. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale for 4. Exhale, drop. Inhale for 3. Exhale. Inhale for 2. Exhale. Inhale to lift and then pivot all the way around into Skandasana on the right leg. So right knee is bent, left leg is straight. Inhale. Exhale. Reach the arms up towards the sky. Travel over to left side Skandasana. Take it over to the right. Back to the left. Back to the right. Now come back through center, come into goddess, pointing the toes out, pointing the heels in, bending the knees, hands come through heart center. Inhale. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, straighten the legs, reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, sink it back down. Inhale to scoop. Exhale to sink. One more big breath in. Big breath out, sink it down. Keep the hands at heart center. Start to swivel onto the left toes. Drop the left knee down, coming into a low lunge facing the front of the mat. And then come back to goddess. Take it over to the other side. Low lunge facing the back. Back through center. Over to the front. Back through center. Over to the back. One more each side. Center. Front. Center and back. Back through center, pulse for 10 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, spin into a high lunge facing the top of the mat. Frame the front foot, work through a vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths. Inhale to prepare, press the chest back towards the thighs. Exhale, hop your way forwards to the top of the mat. Challenge of one-legged crow on the other side if you're up for it. Bringing the left knee really high up the back of the left arm, right up towards the armpit. Shift all the weight onto that knee. Maybe lift the right toes to hover. Like I said, regular crow is always welcome. Have a little play around. Maybe you can extend the right leg straight out behind you. Maybe step it back to chaturanga. Work through a vinyasa. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, 3-legged dog. This time sweeping the left leg up towards the sky. And then flip it over into your wild thing. Reaching the left arm forwards, inhale here. Exhale, take a big step with the left foot into revolved Skandasana. Right leg extended straight, left leg up and over. Inhale, lift for 5. Exhale. Inhale for 4. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. Now inhale, spin yourself all the way into Skandasana on the left leg. Point the right toes up to the sky. Inhale, reach both arms up towards the sky and then travel over to Skandasana on the other side, bending into the right knee. Take it back over to the left, back to the right, back to the left, back to the right, and then press yourself up into your goddess pose. Inhale, straighten the legs, reach the arms up. Exhale, sink it down. Inhale, scoop it up. Exhale, sink. One more, big breath in, big breath out, sink it down, bring the hands onto the knees, dip the right shoulder in, look to the left, come back through center, dip the left shoulder in, look to the right, come back through center. One more each side. Inhale, sweep the arms up, straighten the legs, spin into high lunge on the left leg, frame the foot, work through a vinyasa. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog for 3 deep breaths. Drop the knees as wide as the mat, big toes touch, hips sink down towards the heels, child's pose. This time, stack one hand on top of the other, creating a little pillow for your head to rest on. Let the breath start to slow down, let it settle down. Draw yourself back up as you draw your next breath in, then walk both hands over to the left hand side, walking them off the mat, stacking the right hand on top of the left, maybe interlacing the fingers, interlacing the right hands between the I can't speak. Bringing the right fingers in the gaps between the left and then bending both knuckles, wrapping the fingers together. I'm sure you know what I mean. Drawing the right shoulder and the right hip back in space and sending really big deep breaths into the right side of the body. Unravel the fingers, start to walk the hands back through centre and then over to the other side, stacking the left hand on top of the right, interlacing the fingers, draw the left shoulder and left hip down. Big breath in, come back through centre. Start to press the hands up towards the body, stacking head over heart over hips. Separate the heels, sit the bum down in between the heels. You might need to move yourself a little bit forwards on your mat. If this feels like enough, stay here. Maybe start to come onto the hands, maybe the forearms, maybe work all the way down onto your back for a Supta Virasana, reclined hero pose. Maybe stay here, maybe start to unravel the right knee and hug the right knee in towards the chest, wrapping the fingers around the front of the shin, drawing the right knee towards you, pushing the left knee away from you. Release the grip on the right leg, deliver it back to hero pose, and then take the left knee in towards the chest. Same options apply on this side. Release the grip on the left leg, deliver that back into Virasana. Press yourself back onto the elbows, bring yourself back upright. Just spend a moment with a nice tall spine. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, twist to the right, bringing the left hand to the outside of the right knee, maybe reaching the right hand around for that left heel. Maybe keep the hands roughly as they are and start to lift the hips off the heels, coming into a twisty camel pose. So the right hand is gripping the left heel, the left hand is on the outside of the right hip. And then sit yourself back down. Inhale, sweep both arms up. Exhale, twist over to the other side. Then maybe start to lift the hips, keep the left hand on the right heel, right hand slides up towards the left hip, twisty camel. And then release, sit yourself back down, have a little wiggle, have a little shimmy. and then come back up onto the shins. Bring the hands either to heart center, bring them to the lower back, bring them to the heels as you come into full camel. Option to do it hands free here. Any variation of camel that you enjoy. Now, if you would like, if the hands are not already at heart center, maybe bring them there. Maybe start to lean the body back and then reach the hands down towards the earth. So you're in a half camel, half wheel situation. Maybe stay here, maybe start to work the forearms down onto the earth. Coming into Kapotasana. Not an easy one to get out of. Maybe press yourself back up onto the hands and then just kind of collapse down onto your back. That was definitely not my most elegant moment. Unravel the legs, bring the soles of the feet to the outside edges of the mat. Let the knees fall in towards one another. Keep them there for just a moment. Letting everything settle and neutralise. Option to bring the hands onto the body to feel the breath and to feel the heartbeat. And then start to windshield the legs. Windshield wipe the legs from one side to another. I'm getting my words so mixed up today. I'm just combining words and making new ones. Why not? Now come back through centre, hug both knees into the chest. Just give them a nice little gentle squeeze. Then bring the hands onto the shins. Start to rock yourself forwards and backwards, building up a little bit of momentum. Coming up to a seated position, cross over the ankles, plant the hands. Either step, hop, jump, work through a chaturanga or take it straight to downward facing dog. And then draw the right knee in towards the right wrist, the right heel in towards the left hip, setting up for pigeon on the second side. Maybe stay upright, maybe start to fold down over the legs. Option here to extend the left arm over towards the right hand side, come down onto left ear and left shoulder, and then maybe, I told you I can't speak guys, reach the right arm over the back of the body and grab hold of the right foot. Draw yourself up as you draw your next breath in. Bring the hands onto the hips, roll onto the outside edge of the right foot, swing the left leg straight out in front of you, keep it hovering, and then swing it straight out behind you, keep it hovering, a little bit of mobility, kick it in front, kick it behind. One more time, kick it in front, kick it behind, and then kick it in front. Bring the left leg to the earth, bring the sole of the right foot to the left inner thigh, left toes point up to the sky, right knee drops out. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, cross over the wrists, bring the left hand to the outside of the right hand to the outside of the left foot, the left hand to the inside of the left foot, and then bend the elbows out to the sides as you pull yourself into Janu Shirsasana. Inhale, draw yourself back upright, plant the right hand behind the right hip, reach the left arm forward. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, soften down. 2 more. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Last time, big breath in. And then big breath out. Soften, bring the left hand to the outside of the right knee, right fingertips out behind. Maybe come into a half bind, reaching the right hand for the left inner thigh. And then unwind back through centre, cross the left ankle in front of the right, bring the hands onto the outside edges of the feet, start to rock yourself forwards and backwards, and again, step, hop, float, work through a chaturanga, or maybe take it straight back to your downward facing dog, and then draw the left knee in towards the left wrist, left heel to the right hip, Ekapada Raja Kapotasana, second side. Maybe stay upright, maybe fold over the legs. Option to find a twisty pigeon, extending the right arm out to the left, coming onto right ear and right shoulder. Maybe reach the left arm over the back of the body, grabbing hold of the left foot. Slowly unravel, bring yourself back up, hands onto the hips, swing the right leg straight out in front of you, and then kick it back. Take it out in front, take it out behind. One more each way, out in front, out behind, and then this time kick it out in front, left foot to right inner thigh, right toes up to sky. Inhale, reach up, exhale, cross over the ankles, right hand to inside of right foot, left hand to outside, bend the elbows, pull yourself into the fold. Draw a big breath in as you draw yourself up, left hand behind left hip, right arm reaches forward. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, soften. One more time. Inhale to expand. Exhale to release. Right hand, left knee, left fingertips out behind, or maybe reach around for the bind. Unravel yourself, right ankle crosses in front of left, hands onto the outsides of the feet, rock forwards and backwards, work through one last vinyasa if you would like to. Take a goodbye inhale and a goodbye exhale to your downward facing dog. Come up onto the toes and then step, hop, float your way through, roll all the way down onto your back. Have a few moments here of free time to just find whatever movements are calling to you. Any last little wiggles, any moves, maybe a happy baby, maybe a back bend, maybe an inversion, a plow, anything that's calling to you. Take these last few moments, take what you need, leave what you don't. Always personalising your practice as much as you would like. Eventually, once you've had a few moments of free time, working into your final resting shape. This could be any shape you would like to make that you'll be able to be still and happy and relaxed for a good few moments of peacefulness and relaxation. Knowing that the stillness is just as valuable, just as nourishing, just as important as the movement. So if you're tempted to end the practice now, I would very much encourage you to just stick with it for these last few moments, letting the benefits of your practice sink in and distribute throughout the entire body. Bring your awareness into the entire backside of the body, noticing all the parts of the body that are grounded into the earth. Really feel into that connection, feel that support, that foundation, that stability. And can you let something go? Can you completely yield the body and the mind to the present moment? Let the breath drift by one breath at a time. Let the thoughts drift by one thought at a time. No need to shape or control the mind, the body, or the breath. Once you feel ready, starting to bring some slow, soft, gentle movements back into the body. Maybe wiggling the fingers and toes, maybe making circles with the ankles and the wrists, maybe working towards a big full body stretch up overhead. Just take your time, no need to rush. Eventually rolling over onto one side, hanging out there for a few breaths before pressing yourself back up to a seated position, keeping the eyes closed for the last few moments if that feels comfortable, keeping that inward gaze, that introspection. Just spending a few moments here in gratitude, feeling grateful to yourself for choosing to do this practice, grateful to your body for the things that it is capable of, grateful for the space you have to practice in, the time you had to practice in, the air you were breathing, the blood flowing through your body, all the teachers that came before me who passed on their knowledge so that we could be here today. And just take a moment to think of 3 more things that you are grateful for. Grateful for things in your life, in your day, grateful for things of the future, of the past. Today, as you go on, I hope that you think peaceful thoughts, I hope that you speak peaceful words, and I hope that you feel peace in your heart. Thank you so much for choosing to share your practice with me today. Thanks guys, I really hope you enjoyed that. Like I said at the start, any likes, any comments, any subscribes would really, really make my whole entire day. Hopefully I will be seeing you again on your mat very soon, and hopefully you have an amazing day. Sending you lots of love. Bye bye.